everybody. Welcome to this week's stream of Hard Claim. We got some custom scripts here for you, and then maybe we have enough players left. We'll do a third game. Navian suggested a third game. We'll try to, we'll see if it happens. I don't know if I have enough people, but we'll see. Game one, we're doing Extension Cord by myself. You might be familiar with it. It's my Nodashi marionette script. Marionettes and the Nodashi's enjoying a free extension cord. Game two, we'll be doing Okay But Hear Me Out by FLM Jason. Little monster script with a Stormcaught Heretic. Sounded fun. Grim Scenarios recommends it a lot, so thought it'd be worth trying. And then if we do a third game, if we have enough people, both Patters and CTBOTC played tonight. CT, I think, is playing it as we speak, literally. The Best Things Come in Threes by Arif. It's a Al Hadikia script with a wizard and other shenanigans. It looked pretty fun. It seemed like everybody's having a good time with it. Maybe it just thought it'd be funny if 3 streams in a day all ran it. So I'm going to try to work it in. We'll see. I do want to say next week I will not be here. I will be traveling to Indianapolis for WWE Royal Rumble. I don't really watch WWE anymore, but Royal Rumble is my favorite match type. I do still watch wrestling, just not WWE. But yeah, this should be a fun trip. Nina will be taking over the stream. She'll have a couple people, 1 or 2 people, however many, storytell for her. While I don't know if she'll play or co-ST. That'll be up to her. But the stream will go on. Just I will not be here. I'll be taking a rare break. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to Extension Cord. We do have 13 players. Now, as is often the case, I had about 20 people signed up, and then a bunch of people dropped out at not necessarily the last minute, a few at the last minute, but it just happens. So oh, excuse me. My original thought was I was going to use the Sentinel to either do +1 outsider, then have like a low drunk poisoning setup, or have a -1 outsider, but then have a high drunk poison setup. As it is, we have 0 outsiders. With Sentinel, we could have 1. So I have to rethink that a little bit. I could still kind of maybe do high Droizen, and have 0 outsiders, or we could kind of lower the Droizen and have an extra outsider. I think I'm leaning towards having no outsiders, but we shall see. So that said, we don't have a Nodashi, obviously. We have 3 minions. Marionette might be interesting. We might do a Boom Dandy. Maybe we'll do like, I don't know. I don't know. I want to think about how much drunkenness and poison I want. Maybe poison or Boom Dandy Marionette. Maybe we can do a Raven Keeper. Like an Empath. Do love a Pixie. Sorry, Miss you. Message me real quick. Okay, that's for a different thing. We might do a Fisherman. We get some Dreamer shenanigans going. Mathematician could be useful. This could be a good setup for an Oracle, potentially. I'm trying not to make... Well, I guess it's not too bad with the Marionette and Poisoner. I'm trying not to make town too powerful. I mean, that is kind of, basically the script's designed so there's a whole lot of good information, but there's also a whole lot of drunkenness and poisoning. Of course, with 0 count outsider, there's less misinformation going around. Of course, Boom Dandy Sink can end the game early. Actually, I haven't ran Boom Dandy since it went from a 10 to 1 countdown. Yeah. Soldier might not be too bad to sink a kill. Although, well, I don't know. Maybe Cannibal would be good here. Cannibal, we got a few more still to put out. Alright, let's do an artist. Well, I mean, there's only like so many townsfolk. We can't avoid all the townsfolk, I guess. Maybe we shouldn't have a marionette. I don't know. I think I don't want a monk. We could do a soldier. This doesn't really leave a lot in the way of bluffs. Basically with this setup, your bluffs just have to be Investigator, Monk. And you could put in Huntsman, but they know there's no Huntsman. So technically you could, well, I guess they wouldn't know, well, yeah, they'll know there's no Huntsman. Because there's no spy to be poisoning the damsel. So I could just put in a random outsider. I kind of feel like what we really need to do, though, is a Sentinel +1. Or take out the marionette. I'm just worried this is a little overloaded for, or relatively loaded for good. Scarlet Woman might not be too bad. I'll admit Scarlet Woman and Boom Dandy is not my super favorite combination. I guess we could do Spy as well. Yeah, let's put in a Spy. I don't know. I'm torn. Maybe we'll do +1 outsider with a barber. Maybe we take away the soldier and put in a barber. Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll put our bluffs as, we'll do investigator. Like investigator, monk, soldier, I guess would kind of have to be our bluffs. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Pass out characters. Gray is our Nodashi. Nina's our poisoner. Robert's our Boom Dandy. We'll do investigator, monk, soldier. Excuse me. So our fisherman is poisoned. Our raven keeper is poisoned. Our impasse is going to get a 1 on the Boom Dandy, so that's fun. Our pixie needs to see somebody. A pixie empath might be fun. Do pixie empath, or we do pixie cannibal. I mean, there's really a lot. I think I like pixie empath in this setup. What am I looking for? Mad token. Yeah. I feel like Naomi's been getting a lot of outsider tokens in my games lately. Alright. Yeah, I think we got a pretty good setup. As a random side note, I found on the Patreon server some code for CSS to make my picture over here a little bigger, which I think is a little nicer for stream. So if you notice, this section over here is a little bigger on the top left. Yeah, that would be why. All right, I think we're good to go. I did mention to players earlier that I'm going to try to be a little bit more stricter with madness. Just in general, I've seen some interesting discussion. I don't think I'm like super lenient on madness, but I think I'm convinced I could probably be doing more. It's not so bad in this script. You know, there's Mutant and Pixie, but there's no Cerenovus. But I know I have players who still enjoy doing 2-for-2s or 3-for-3s. And I basically told the group earlier, I was like, for example, if you're a Pixie and you see somebody and you're doing like 2-for-2s or 3-for-3s, don't be surprised if you don't get your ability. Alright, well, let's go do it.
Use it. You can just...
Yeah.
Alright, town. We're ready to go. Good night. Good luck.
Ooh. Let's have some fun.
Oh, you know what? We didn't make a marionette night.
Chris, was that your I'm on the evil team voice? I mean, ooh, let's have some.
We're gonna mute it. So I forgot to make a marionette. That's a little important. So it has to be Naomi or Omega. Omega would probably be the better choice, obviously, since Naomi's an outsider. It's not a terrible. I mean, yeah. I mean, just the barber ability, especially. You know, it's an out for evil potentially. So I think we definitely want that barber ability. So we're going to do marionette, and then extends our extension cord all the way over here to Steve the Cannibal. So there we go. All right, Nina and Robert wake up. They learn only each other. Then they learn the demon. They don't learn a minion because, or they don't learn a marionette because the marionette would not be waking with them. Gray's gonna wake up and learn these are your minions, and they would also be learning Omega here because the demon would be learning marionette. These characters are not in play, and then this player is marionette. So we've done that. Nina's seen her thing, so we can send her to make a choice. We'll see what happens from there. I muted town, but they're quiet. Poisoning Blake. Okay, that's not a bad night one poisoning. I mean, I think we could probably go ahead and show 0. I think 1's interesting, but yeah, we'll end up showing a 0. To that note, let's go ahead and get Jeff's pick as a dreamer. Let's go and show. Oh, we do need to do Pixie. So Pixie's gonna learn Empath. Empath's gonna learn a Poison 0. And Mathematician will learn a 1. Because there's no way for the Dreamer to get false info because there's never clues for Spy. Man, he's not actually in a seat, so we're not ready to send him a number anyway, but let's go ahead and park that token down. Still waiting on Jeff's pick. Oh, here we go. Picking Robert. Ooh. What do we show Robert? What would he claim day 1? I kind of want to avoid a demon bluff. I've made that mistake before. Although there's not really a lot of options, so I might just have to show whatever. Maybe I'll just show, maybe I will show Demon Bluff. I mean, I don't really have. I mean, I mean, I could double claim a play it's in double claim a roll it's in play as well, but I mean, it is what it is. Well, I'll show like Pixie or Boom Dandy maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's probably unfortunate first pick, but it is what it is. All right, well, Mandy's gonna learn a 1. Of course, if Jeff learns of a Mathematician 1, he might think his info is bad for that reason. So that's always possible. I kind of think they'll end up sorting it out, but we'll see. That should be it. We did everything we're supposed to. So let's go do the thing. Good morning, town. Rise and shine. Welcome to Extension Cord by some guy named Viva Sam. Yep, we got 13 players. I'll give you about 5 minutes for discussions. Good luck. Have fun.
You just always think I'm evil right off the bat, so I have no real reason to be talking to you other than that, so I'm just gonna hard claim I'm the barber.
Build some trust. Okay, that's not the most fun role.
No. At least I'm not the damsel.
That would be worse. I'll tell you that I am the fisherman.
Ooh. It's fun.
I will be asking my question today. Likely.
That's good.
All right.
Have a good
If you
one.
All right, thanks.
Oh, sorry. Is there anything else?
No, you can. No, yeah, we're good.
All right.
All right, thanks. I'm not even gonna bother, but talk to you later, Sam.
See ya.
I will tell you, I will be bluffing a soldier, but I am not the soldier. I will be bluffing it, but I'm not.
Okay, sounds good. In that case, I will tell you that I'll be bluffing Oracle, but I'm not.
Then so basically you're saying that's what you are. That's basically what you're saying, isn't it?
What do you mean? Like, Matthew, just hard claim. What's the...
I'll just say it. I'm a low power town. So I'm a low power town. So I have basically.
Anyway, on this game, since chat's here,
Yes,
what would you like to do?
Oh man, I wish I knew Twilight Imperium better, and I'd give you references, but
They'd go over my head.
yeah, they would. They go over my head. I'll just give you Mathematician Puzzle Master because that's what else I could give you.
Cool. I'll give you Puzzle Master and Barber.
Barber. Okay, I love it.
All right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
What do you feel like, Sharon?
I'm open. What would you like to share?
I'm fine to hard claim if you are.
Sure.
Okay. I'm the Oracle.
Okay, I'm the Raven Keeper.
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Hello.
Hey, if Soldier is sitting next to an Odashi, does that ping the Mathematician?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's a Nodashi's ability working abnormally.
Right.
Maybe not the best interaction on the script, but it exists.
It's fine. Honestly, it's a good thing. There's not a whole lot of reasons why one would happen. So Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, I will. Monk, Oracle, Artist.
Okay,
I
thank
reach
you.
for the husband.
Bye.
All right, later.
Yes, I'm
Hello.
sticking to my shenanigans of claiming damsel. It's what I do.
Makes sense.
Bye.
Oh
Just
no,
random,
yeah,
but we'll see.
yeah. Well, why do we have this this person in our town that's eating other humans? You know, why do we tolerate this?
That doesn't sound like a town folk. Yeah, that'd be at least not a good one. So, all
No.
right. Well,
But
good luck.
Yeah, good luck to you.
She talks to me, and then she might be convinced otherwise.
Okay, all right.
That's usually the way it goes.
I guess I didn't know the nuance of how that played out. So,
I mean-
what would you like to do, Steve?
I've been giving people hard claims of cannibal today.
Oh, okay. I will tell you that I'm the puzzle master, and so if something gets wonky with you, please let me know.
So you were sentineled in as the puzzle master, huh?
Are we base 0?
We are base 0.
Oh, then I suppose that's what happened.
Either that, or you're not the puzzle master.
Well, I mean, we can rule out any situation where I'm lying. You
Okay,
can just
gotcha.
dismiss that from your, any thought that I'm lying. That's just
Not a problem. I got you.
All right.
See you
later.
You win this round, Nina.
Yeah.
All right. Well, welcome back, town. I'll give you a couple minutes until nominations open.
What adds outsiders on here?
Sentinel.
Huntsman and Sentinel.
Well, that makes sense.
Huntsman Sentinel.
The Huntsman and the Sentinel. That's the only two I can see.
Yep. And I've heard of 2 outsider claims.
I had the
I've-
same.
almost everyone I've talked to has said they're an outsider, so I'm
Very
guessing we
normal.
don't have a mutant, so that's
I've
helpful.
exclusively spoken with powerful townsfolk, so I'm actually feeling pretty confident that we're going to get this demon, given how much power there is on this town based on what people have told me.
Yeah, I've spoken to 2 people claiming the same role, so
Wow,
nice.
So we're
Uh,
doubly covered.
Yeah. As we should be.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that's a fun bit, but there is actually a pixie on this script, so
Yeah.
maybe we are doubly covered. That could be true.
Could be, yeah. It could
Maybe
be.
these
We've
two
been
people
told
are
we've got to be super mad about being,
And,
Yeah.
then, and then we've got.
Yeah.
super
And there is
mad.
also cannibal on the script, so we could be even triply covered if.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have ran games before with 3 sober, well, they weren't all sober, but 3 artist questions. The thing that's happened.
I'm doing my part, Robert, to make sure that people are mad by starting every conversation I have with, "Who do you think you are?"
I'm trying to make sure they're mad, as in angry, by just being really irritable and just offensive in the conversations.
I mean, I get "Who do you think you are?" a lot in my daily life outside of this game. But,
Yeah.
Nominations are open.
Lewis nominates Ned.
Lewis nominates Ned. State your case.
Okay, so hear me out. This is a no dashy script, right? I'm an empath and I've got a 0. So that must mean one of my neighbors is evil, at least, because I've got a 0.
Empaths are not real.
Ned?
Muted.
Yep.
I said that is some bizarre logical thinking. I guess I understand none of that. So if you really agree that that's a logical way to go, then go ahead. I'd rather not, because I'd rather not die at the moment. But if I do, Okay.
All right, a majority of 7.
As your other neighbor, I talked to Ned. He seemed good.
Well, the other thing, Lewis, is you could be the marionette.
Yeah,
It's not my marriage.
this was like a you know, kind of a joke nomination
not
anyway,
enough.
partly. But yeah,
Yeah.
Louis is confident in the ability of a Scarlet Woman to be in play.
What I think would be hilarious is if the Nadashi is sitting right next to a puzzle master. That would be hilarious. Because it would go right on through them. And just...
like they would extend in some way, like a cord.
Like a cord?
Yeah.
I'll nominate Jeff.
Robert nominates Jeff. State your case.
Well, it's definitely not because Lewis convinced me with his empath argument. Even though I voted on Ned, I want the record to show I didn't find it convincing. But I did want to ask Jeff, who do you think you are?
Jeff?
I'm a townsfolk. You know, you can kill me if you want, but like to stick around.
All right. Majority still 7.
That CSI intro song. Who are you? Who?
Okay.
How long can we sing that song without worrying about the
2 is not enough.
So I've not heard of any outsiders in my conversations, but can we go behind one of these folks? Because there's only one because of the Sentinel, right?
We'll
Unless
possibly
there's a
two.
huntsman in play.
Oh, so somebody's going around claiming damsel. Yeah, okay, so then
Yes, Nina's always claiming damsel if it's on the script.
Have we heard of any top or like investigator?
Top investigator?
I was gonna say
No one's
top
claimed that to
tier.
me, Manny.
I'm so glad it's the weekend.
Second call.
So, cannibal, I think, is the main reason to consider executing. Like the outside of you know, hunting for the demon, hunting for evils, you know, which I think is also a big reason to execute. But like, yeah, I just
People nominate
is there
Matthew.
Steve nominates Matthew. State your case.
You've been quiet all day long, Matthew. Day 1, and you're not sharing or saying any information. That makes me suspicious of you, Matthew.
Matthew?
Quiet? Me? Really? Everybody knows. Yeah, I'm glad as hell. I hard claim to Gray. He knows what I am, and people, and I heard those 2 hard claims. I'm gonna nominate one. I'm gonna nominate one of them just to get rid of one off the board because I trust one of them more than I do the other.
All right. Majority is 7.
Steve, that seemed like a sus nomination, though.
I actually think
does a
Matthew
lot.
is fine. I think Matthew is fine.
5's not enough.
I'll nominate Robert.
Matthew nominates Robert.
Can
State
I
your
go back
case.
and vote on Matthew?
To follow the pun, who do you think you are? And that was the reason why, why he's one of the people I've heard claim.
All right, Robert.
I hard claim to a couple of people. I'm not the worst execution, but I'd rather wait. You know, maybe see me on day 3.
All right, majority still 7.
Day 3. This is day 1.
So you're saying you want to wait until after the summoner is active?
6 is not enough.
Blake nominates Omega.
Blake nominates Omega. State your case.
I don't necessarily distrust Robert, but I did find it interesting. This is the first nomination that Omega did not vote on, and I didn't feel like Robert said anything super compelling as to why he shouldn't die. So I think we do need to kill today. Said I don't know anything about Omega, but he's voted for everybody except for Robert. So depending on what he says, I don't think we'll see what the town thinks.
Omega.
Yeah, I was just tired of bluffing Zealot.
All right, Jordy's still 7. Nine is enough. Omega's about to die. Any
Zealot
more
bluffs are always
nominations?
sus.
I sure do hope I'm not the bomb.
That's fine. 33% chance of us winning.
Yeah.
Sam did say there
If
was a
we
chance.
re-rack immediately, I'm gonna scream.
Well,
Hey, we'll
maybe
get,
like
we'll
the
get the
third
game
game in.
free. It's fine.
I will count from 10. 5. Omega has been executed and dies. And good night.
Good job,
It's
Poison.
funny if the game was over.
Nah, there's a Scarlet Woman. Don't worry about it.
Scarlet Woman can't catch the Boom Dandy, so
It's a poison boom dandy.
yeah.
All right, and then
Yeah, the poisoner was just
We'll
feeling
have,
things when they made their choice.
one.
I sure hope Omega was lying to me
Poison.
about his claim, because
Oh, I did.
Venus poisoning.
I did. Oh, good,
Chris.
because yeah,
Makes sense. He's
you wouldn't have been if you were truthfully the
That's
townsfolk
going to
you
be
told me you were.
one thing
you
of
were
abnormal.
a rough day one execution.
Yep. I mean, I'm still a rough execution, but
Okay.
not that bad.
In which case, even though I did tell you the truth about my role, I retract what I said, and I was actually lying, even though I was telling the truth.
Wow.
It's a Knaves game. Got it.
Killing Steve. All right. Well, we're going to have Steve pick a player. He is poisoned, so obviously, well, he's doubly poisoned. He's not actually poisoned by Omega because he's poisoned by Gray, but yeah, all the same. So we are going to treat him though like he's got the Ravenkeeper ability. I'll say make a choice, and I'll say choose a player.
And I think it's funny. I got into a conversation with Robert, and he told me,
Blake's
he's
gonna learn a
have you
sober
talked to Mimi yet?
2,
Does she
by
think
the
you're
way.
evil yet? It's like, oh, she thinks I'm evil no matter what. So
You're always evil, Steve. Evil neutral Steve.
Evil Steve, the other one.
Yeah.
All right, so you picked Ninja Nina. So I think we show Damsel. I mean, I think eventually that'll be caught, but you know, it's fine.
Hi, Jeff.
That was just I was looking at the script for characters.
All right, Blake's gonna learn a sober 2. Jeff can pick a player. Oracle is gonna learn a 0. We already put the abnormal token down. Jeff's picking Nina. Well, I guess we'll show Damsel or Poisoner. Showing Damsel goes crazy. All right. That leaves our mathematician. He's going to get a 1 because Chris got false info. Or his ability worked abnormally. Steve looks confused. Good morning, town. Steve died in the night. There are 11 players alive. Give you about another 5 minutes.
I hope Steve was lying.
Damsel the two of us and say that we got changed last night. Do you have any of the bluffs?
No, I don't have any of the bluffs.
All right, I'll go get a bluff if you want to. If you want to back into Huntsman, so because I think Naomi is an outsider.
Oh, really? And Omega was the marionette.
Yeah. So if we
we're kind of in deep here.
I know, but here's the thing: if we get loud and annoying and drag attention to us, then they're not paying attention to Gray.
I wouldn't have the foggiest clue how to be in.
I'm giving everybody Puzzle Master and Mathematician.
Is that the truth?
Well, one of those is the truth.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously.
I mean, you're not two characters at once.
Yeah. I'll give you Dreamer Ravenskeeper.
Okay. I can believe that.
I think. Yeah. Well, anyway. All right.
Yeah, I'm still back in those zeros.
Okay.
So I don't expect it to change,
Yeah.
for a little while, unless we actually want to go after killing Jeff or Ned, or if they die at night or something.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Thank you.
all right. Best of luck.
You too.
Questions or anything like that?
I don't like that we executed Omega. I realize I
do.
think I
I
voted
do.
on Omega, but that's
I
alright.
do, because I what Blake said, I clocked as well. I was like, Mike is voting on every single person except Robert. Whether or not that means anything, I don't know. But the fact that he's voting on everybody, and that just didn't seem right, because I was like, well, why don't we nominate you? I was like, you're voting on everybody. Let's have everybody vote on you. So I was kind of happy with it.
My thinking. So, yeah, like I said, I mean, just the nomination and saying nothing, and then making us worry that he could be a boom dandy, could be good, but I don't know.
Okay.
So, all right.
Well, see ya.
Okay. Good luck.
My inquiry. The second thing, and this is not game related, so this is not a great time for chat to be here, but so when your picture at night comes up, which is
hello,
I'm gonna ask my question.
How about it?
Okay. The player who's the demon, their first name ends with a vowel, and I include why.
Last name ends with a vowel and
No, first name, the last letter of their name ends in a vowel.
The last letter of
like Omega ends with A, so that's the vowel.
Gotcha.
You learn
right. You learn yes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Good luck.
Believe that I'm looking more at Robert than anybody else, if I believe.
For
because I just don't believe him.
I think Robert's probably evil, but I think he's probably fine to keep around.
You're saying he's the boom dandy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's what I think.
Thanks. Yeah, well, I'll leave it at that.
That's my social read on him.
Yeah, I'll head out. Thanks.
Yeah. My actual read is I think he's the boom dandy, and you had to pick Pixie because you didn't know what he was going to bluff as. But
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured you figured that out. I'm not surprised, but yeah, it's all good. That's fine. No problem with that.
Oracle with a 0. Cool. That's good. That lines up with like Omega seems good. Like we had a follow up chat
And
today.
if Steve was telling me the truth, which he's claiming he is telling me the truth, then it wasn't a bad kill, in my opinion.
Yeah. So but yeah, that's 0. It could be useful. I guess if one of them is evil or if something. If we're both poisoned and the demon's Ned, that'll be kind of funny. But I don't.
It would be, but
I have some fun news for town.
Or the other way around, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Welcome back, town.
It's the other one. I'm
Got a
not.
couple
Yeah,
of
I know. I learned.
Well, Nina?
I was turned last night. I was the damsel, and apparently I was loud enough for a huntsman to change me and pick me. So I was turned into the investigator. So I saw a poisoner, I'll tell you that.
ooh, spicy.
Omega?
I'm just gonna out. I was the Raven Keeper. I'm pretty sure I had a pixie. That's why I was fine with dying.
Steve?
And I will confirm Omega's Raven Keeper, because as the cannibal, I was woken in the night and told to pick somebody, and I picked Nina and was told damsel.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Easy.
Either all of that is true, or we are the evil team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. But
which means no Dashi is
Nina.
somewhere a lot different.
Or also,
Yep.
I mean, the other
I mean-
option is you were told they're bluffs. I mean, if Omega's bluffing Raven Keeper, you would get that ability. If Nina's bluffing Damsel, he would tell you that.
Yeah. There is a world where like Omega's marionette or something and Nina's demon. Like I think it's a kind of fringe. Like I'm happy to believe this at this early stage in the game, and just sort of put a pin in it and focus our attention elsewhere. But like, if things, there are worlds where Steve's not a part of this supposed evil team.
Yep.
Nina, I mean, I don't know that there's a lot of info flying out there. We don't have to focus on it, but it might be interesting to hear.
Well, I kind of want. It's like I said, I saw a poisoner. I think that's a good information for now. I think I would rather keep the names until we have some elimination down. I will say it's in the bottom half of the Grim, if that helps.
That does.
Yeah. I know you did. I know you weren't wanting to keep it specific, but I will just ask one question. Is the person I nominated in it yesterday? Yeah, I nominated
I
yesterday.
don't remember who you nominated. I wasn't paying
Oh,
attention to
nominated
nominations. No.
Oh, okay.
Nominations are open.
Just one question. Is it Robert?
Yeah, that was basically it. Because I think he's evil.
No, don't.
Okay.
Manny will nominate Chris.
Manny nominates Chris. State your case.
Just from like an info perspective, it seems like the right side has good, correct information. So shooting around the other side, we have a poisoner somewhere on the bottom, and I think some of the discussions that I've had with people on the bottom also seem to have good information. So kind of taking a shot in that area.
All right, Chris.
I believe my information is correct. At the moment, I'm okay with dying. I mean, I'd rather stay alive, but if you want to get rid of me now, yeah.
All right. Majority is 6.
Chris is,
I think Chris
Chris
is
is
either.
also on a double claim. I think.
I have heard that, and that's why it's like, yeah, if you want to get rid of me.
Unless this double claim, the double claim must be somewhere else because because I know Omega was covering by claiming Chris's role, but
That was the double claim I heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless there's another one. Like,
Another one.
Well,
but then like
someone did
we
tell
have-
me that there is another person double claiming my role, which.
Okay.
So
It could
I
just-
will nominate Ned, because apparently Ned is claiming my role.
Chris nominates Ned. State your case. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I've not spoken to Ned yet, but apparently someone has said that Ned is claiming my role.
Ned?
Well, I'm not going to say what that role is, but if I really am, then you're lying. So, I'm fine with dying. I can get cannibal food. Go ahead.
Well, Cannibal's not very hungry. If
No. No.
All right. 6 to tie, 7 to execute.
Clearly, the cannibal died on whatever he ate.
Did he?
Yeah.
2 is not enough. Any more nominations? Counting from 10. 5. Chris has been executed and dies. The game continues. Good night. Somebody's got some very loud clacking.
Wait, that me?
I'm actually not sure. Alright. Yeah, it turns out this is a pretty fascinating script. Who knew? Alright, let's get Nina's poisoning, since she's definitely not the damsel or the investigator. See if she picks Blake. Yeah. So we're gonna get Blake as 0, probably. Alright. Good. Grace kill.
Okay, I don't think it's me. I have to be careful because I wear noise canceling headphones, and then also I have a mechanic keyboard. So
Grace picking Jeff. That's interesting because that was one of the alleged poisoner pings. That might... So Nina might be able to paint a story where Chris was evil. Alright, so no more Dreamer info, no more Oracle info. We are running out of time, but this is going to be good info for Manny. He's still going to get a 1. Yeah, Manny's going to go 1, Blake's going to get 0. So I need to be thinking about poisoned fisherman advice for Matthew, and I kind of need to think about what to do if a boom dandy goes off. Maybe I'll leave. Obviously, I'll leave Gray alive. Maybe Gray, Manny, and Lewis or Naomi.
One of my chats during the day, I said something that gave me what I think is a
Some good
potentially
poison
fun
fishing
Jin
advice.
special rule idea. So now I'm just playing around on the script tool.
Trying to think about it. I have a feeling Matthew might use it today. I don't know. I can't really think of anything right now. I'm thinking about giving advice something like, normally I wouldn't use Huntsman to add a damsel, but there might be it's not really actionable. It's more. It's not really advice. So I was thinking about maybe I would add a thing, but maybe something like you shouldn't trust any of the outsider claims. I don't know. I feel like that's going to point towards gray. Anyway, let's give Manny a 1. Let's keep thinking about it. I could do the whole trust your neighbors bit, but then they might think that's poisoned. Even though, like, the idea would be that it's not. I don't know. Good morning, town. Jeff died in the night. 9 players alive. I'll give about 4 or 5 minutes.
As I say, so yeah, you're kind of confirmed from the chain.
From everything else, yeah.
As I say, unfortunately, I was the Oracle that got 0, so I knew you and Omega were good.
Right.
The thing is, I knew, and when I spoke to Omega did say they were claiming Oracle to get killed, which is fine.
Mhm.
But it's Gray that told me that Ned was also claiming Oracle,
Interesting.
which is like, okay. But the fact that the only people that voted on that were me and Gray.
Gotcha.
And it was like so hard to, because especially when people were saying about the double claims, and they're saying that Omega thought
If Robert can't be the boom dandy if you're getting a 0 on him, or he could, I guess, in theory, but I would have to be poisoned as well, and Manny would have to be the demon, or Robert would have to be the demon, if that makes sense, because
yeah,
we are either, if Robert's the boom dandy, and my information's correct, then Manny would have to be the demon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could buy that world.
Or but then my information wouldn't necessarily be correct because I'm sitting next to the demon. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I think
I mean-
Robert could still, yeah.
But that poison, if you automatically like day one know your info is off as a dreamer, that like narrows it down to Lewis or Manny, right? So maybe you
Yeah.
get some good, some bad. I don't know.
Right. I
But
mean, I think if we execute Robert,
wait, don't say this
Well,
while Sam is here.
yeah, it might be a good idea.
Hello.
I'm just looking at the night order real quick, and got a question.
Uh-huh.
If Nina was the damsel, and the huntsman had chosen her and turned her, by the time the Ravenkeeper went in the night, which, assuming I was the cannibal who got Ravenkeeper, I should have learned whatever her other role was, unless either A, she's lying, or B, I'm poisoned. Does that sound about right?
The Ravenkeeper ability would act as soon as they were killed by the demon,
Okay.
which would be before a huntsman would have acted.
Ah, that's correct. Well, so yeah, the night order of Ravenkeeper shows it later on, so that's why I was asking.
Yeah, so usually that's just to designate. It's a little weird, but
Information
like,
in the night.
yeah, Ravenkeeper acts as late as possible for when like not acts, but like it's listed as late as possible for when like deaths can happen.
Gotcha.
But it acts as a reaction to being killed.
Gotcha.
So
then the moment I was killed in the night by the Nodashi, I would have learned what Nina was at that moment that I was killed.
exactly, which definitely would have been before Huntsman because I would wake a Huntsman after the demon.
Yeah, I just glanced at the night order and I wanted to confirm. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why night order can be tricky sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I understand. That's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, no problem. All right, cool. Yeah, good question.
if he would just be more out with that, that would help me relieve the suspicion on him. Because
That's fine.
Thing is, Gray keeps asking, when am I gonna use it?
Yeah.
Naomi is claiming outsider.
Yes.
Part of me suspicious that I'm poisoned right now. Part of me
You
is
could be.
Part of me is suspicious that I'm poisoned and Gray is the Nodashi. That's part of my paranoia.
Yeah. I don't think that Omega and me and Steve work if it's Gray. Right?
Yeah, I think if
Believe the puzzle master or the existence of a puzzle master.
For now, I don't believe he's the demon.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it's I don't believe nor disbelieve at this stage, but yeah, that could be a one, causing your info as well. In which case, the Nodashi is doing something else.
You can kind of guess. No, I mean, there's.
All right, welcome back, town. Give you another minute or so till nominations open.
Chris, per our conversation, everything happened in the correct sequence.
Cool.
Chris, you're not claiming mutants.
Nope. I am the Oracle, and I got a 0 the first night.
I'm not quite sure why you nominated me, because I never claimed I was Oracle.
There was someone that did tell me that
Well, no, it was maybe in a 3 to 1 person, but everybody, but that's the only time.
Nina?
My two names were Chris and Jeff. I voted on Chris yesterday. I was surprised to see Jeff die last night, so I think it could just be Chris. I don't know how I get bad information, unless I was hit by the poisoner, but I don't know.
Nina, if your info was Chris and Jeff, a spy would see that, wouldn't they?
But I would,
yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, no, because the spy would go first, I think.
Not
No,
if
they
the
go
spy.
last.
By accident at the end of the
No,
night.
after Chris was executed, I mean, they would see that Jeff was the ping and then take him out.
Not if the spy was already dead. Or they didn't get to communicate that Nina had the new ping.
If a spy's in the game, I didn't get to.
Blake,
Yeah.
do you have any reason to suspect your information is poisoned or puzzle drunk?
I mean, everybody should, right? There's a Nodashi and a poisoner on the script.
That is. I'm the mathematician with consistent ones. That's why I asked. I don't actually think Robert's the demon, but
Nominations
I
are
don't
open.
think Manny's the demon either.
yeah, that's good.
I don't think
But,
I'm the demon.
I think it's probably between Matthew, Naomi, and Gray, in my opinion. But
How have you solved that, Manny? How would it be consistent ones, or do you have a candidate?
no. It's more just from Lewis to Nina. Everybody seems to be getting pretty good information, and I have a 1, so I don't think it's.
I don't
in
think
those
it could be
people.
up here though because of Omega and Steve.
Well, I'm not convinced Omega was good.
Rude.
Sorry.
But then would I have gotten? No, because I was
Lewis?
the poisoning would have gone all the way to Steve,
No,
and he
I
would
was,
have gotten probably bad information on me.
I was thinking about
Well, I
saying
guess-
something, but I reckon I might hold off on that just for now.
Right now on my Grim, I've got too many outsiders and 2 empaths.
I think it might be Gray.
You have 2 empaths.
No, I think you're right. I think it's up in the Matthew Naomi Gray zone.
Nina brings up a good point. I feel like Gray's probably the least likely, though, because of the way Omega and Nina and Steve are interacting.
Whoa.
Well,
But
I-
Omega could be poisoned, and then Steve just gets the right stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, but yeah.
Why can't
Buckley-
it? Why
Go
can't
ahead.
it be Ned with the ones?
Because I'm the artist who asked the question, and I was already giving my information. I asked if the player who's the demon, if the
I mean-
last letter in there sends a vowel, including Y, I got yes, Naomi Gray. They both have vowels and or Y.
Second call for nominations.
So that's Naomi, Nina,
Blake, Manny.
Manny. Okay, that's almost everybody. Okay.
Well, it's fine, but I was waiting for it to narrow down more. But if the consensus is it's up in the corner between Matthew, Naomi, and Gray, and Matthew doesn't end a vowel, and Gray, people are assuming that he's probably not the one who's the Nodashi, then maybe it's Naomi.
Unless Chris was the poisoner and Matthew is the demon and you're the Nodashi poison.
That's-
It's like
That's very true. It's very
Blake, Blake
Jeff,
nominated
did you vote
Naomi.
what you were?
Blake, you nominated, was that Manny?
Naomi.
Naomi. Blake nominates Naomi. State your case.
I mean, there are a few worlds that are possible. Naomi claimed a role to me day one that I wanted to believe. I don't know that they're the most helpful character. I think it's also possible they're evil based on everything else that's claimed. They've also said 0 words publicly so far.
All right, Naomi.
In my defense on that one, I was writing an email. I have 0 authority to be writing, so I'm trying my best on that. But I'd rather not. Like, kill me if you want to. I just really don't think I'm a good kill, and I'd rather kill someone else who's potentially evil. But go ahead.
All right, majority is 5.
I think we'll see some hands drop potentially. So
Yeah, Blake, you know what I am.
I do.
I know.
Okay. I mean,
7.
wow, that was unnecessary.
Sorry, I asked the question earlier, but I know, but there was a nom. Jeff, have you outed what you were or no?
not publicly, but yeah.
Okay.
Last
I
call
mean,
for
my
nominations.
information's not amazing, but
I have Jeff's claim. It's yeah.
I do too.
Gray, do you have
But not-
anything
but not
to
you, Steve.
contribute?
I don't have a lot at the moment.
All right, I'm going to count from 10. 5. Naomi has been executed and dies. Game continues. Good night. Alright. Yep. Gray, say this character selected you. Barber. And use your ability. Yeah, if he swapped with Nina, that would just because, I mean, maybe they go for Nina eventually, but like, I don't know. This feels like that'd be like fantastic. He's thinking about it. Thinking about it. At least I guess he's thinking about it. I'll make a choice. that. Keep that on there for now. Okay. Oh, swapping himself and swapping Nina and Robert. I did not expect that. Okay. All right. So you are Boom Dandy. You are Poisoner. Let Robert see that, then I'll let him make his choice. And we're gonna have Gray make his choice for demon pick. I don't need to wait. Let's use poison yet. You can go ahead and be deciding that. Yeah, no, I mean, they might go for Nina if they think both Nina and Robert's evil together. That's definitely a possibility. Poisoning Manny. Okay, that means we'll probably give Manny a 1, even though that won't be true. Well, let's see. Gray's killing Matthew, so no fisherman info. It's good for me, I think. Our Boom Dandy 3, if it happens, will probably be Gray, Manny, maybe Ned, but maybe Lewis. We'll decide between those 3. But Blake's going to learn a 2 again. So now it should be a 0 for Mathematician, but we are surely going to give a 1. Now, Manny might think maybe like if Omega is a marionette and Nina is like Gray's a soldier, Nina's a Nodashi. So they might execute Nina for that reason. That might be a thing that happens. We'll see. All right. Good morning, town. Matthew died in the night. There are 7 players alive. Give about 3 or 4 minutes.
That was an interesting choice.
Yeah. That
Oh
was
yeah,
a
I was the
very
barber,
interesting-
so just
that
to be
tells
clear,
me
the
all I
demon's
need to
probably
know.
somewhere else now.
Good lord.
Interesting.
Down. Are you the second empath that I hear about?
I'm not. I think it's a spy game, honestly, at this point, based on the kills. I'm the soldier. I
You're the
was in a role
soldier.
swap with Matthew, but I was never targeted. So, and Matthew was targeted and killed. So Matthew was the fisherman.
Okay.
So, and you are the empath?
Yeah, I'm consistent zeros.
Okay, so you are
I,
one of the 2 empaths. I don't know where the other empath is.
Yeah, I
at this
don't
point.
know. I only heard about it because Steve said it in town earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know where this person is. I'd be interested.
Mathematician stuff. I got another one, and I thought that was only possible with Matthew being alive, so I don't know.
Well, if Nina's correct, I mean, if she's good and she's correct that maybe the poisoning's on my side, then maybe it's opposite. But if it's opposite, that really narrows it down to just Robert and Lewis.
Well, where's the 1 coming from? If
What's that?
Everybody damsel. So
okay.
I wasn't sure, but I picked her anyway. And then it worked. So I know I'm not next to a demon, or I'm just being hosed by Nina.
Yeah. You could be being hosed by Nina, but
I mean, it's possible, but
yeah.
But it's, I mean, it was just, I mean, it was odd. So
I'm gonna out my info in town today. I think it's time, so
okay,
I'm gonna save it
fair
for
enough.
that. All right.
Okay, cool.
Why they want him out? They know Gray's the soldier.
Yeah. I mean, it could be Lewis with a pixie bluff. It could be Ned.
Manny keeps pushing on everybody else, though.
Yeah.
Have
But
you
here's the
found
thing.
who turned
I
you?
think Robert is Huntsman, and I don't think that Robert gets the Huntsman ability if it's Manny, right?
Yeah,
I don't change if it's Manny.
I need to confirm. I'll just go and talk to Robert and ask him. At this
All
point,
right.
I think we need to know. Yeah,
All right.
I'll hit it.
Or something to have Manny's if Manny was the Nodashi, spreading it to both Lewis and Blake, kind of a thing.
Yeah, no, I'm not an outsider.
Yeah, I mean, outsider or minion, Robert, outsider or minion, one of the two, who knows, or a combination of both of you was my thought, trying to see based on their two roles who I would believe on that. But,
yep.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yep.
Get to the bottom of this double claim before sort of adding it, but I am publicly breaking my pixie madness.
And you never got your ability.
I never got my ability, so it's not a dead. Blake wants to join. I'm just gonna let Blake in.
Blake's there.
Hello.
Oh, you didn't have to let me in.
I mean,
no, it's fine.
We're
It's
an odd
fine.
number. It's better to
I
have
think
a freeway.
it's useful. I think it's useful for because I'm going to be saying this today anyway, and Sam has already heard me say it.
Yeah.
I am publicly breaking my pixie madness. I saw an empath token, but I'm actually the pixie. Like, I saw the pixie token, I saw empath. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was trying to figure out where this double claim was, because whether or not there's another player claiming empath is useful in finding out if I'm poisoned.
Yeah.
I've not heard of another empath. So
yeah, I don't think there is, and so I think it's more useful for the game if I am out.
Well,
and we've got
yeah,
enough. We've got enough time to kill me if I'm sus.
Today's the day to share. I'm gonna share my info as well publicly today. That's all. I just want to see.
Sounds good. Well, I'll check my hand out when we get into town. Yeah.
Lied to you.
I get that, but it's just I can't see an evil team. That's the problem.
All right,
Lewis,
well, welcome back town. Open up nominations about a minute. Blake, go ahead.
Yeah, I think today's a good day to share some info. I'm just gonna out it. I am your empath. Night 1, I got a 0 on Steve and Robert. Night 2, I got a 2 on Nina and Robert. Night 3, I got a 0 on Nina and Robert. And last night, I got a 2 on Nina and Robert.
So you got 0202.
0202, yes, thank you.
The worst binary I've ever heard.
That's ternary if I've ever heard it.
Lewis, go ahead.
I had a thing to say, but I wasn't expecting Blake to say that specifically. I said this in a private chat with we had to leave it early, so maybe Blake would have said it, if the gong hadn't gone off to me. But yeah, I just outed as Pixie who saw empath, and I was starting to believe that there was not another empath out there, and that's what I was about to say. I don't think there's a real empath, but then Blake just said that. I'm Pixie who saw empath. That's what I'm saying.
Omega.
I don't think there's a real empath. I cannot believe it's 0202.
Matthew.
For what it's worth, I don't believe there's a pixie empath.
Robert.
Okay. I don't even know how to unwind this. I will just say that I do not believe that either Blake or Manny are the demon. And I've told other people why, but there's lots of reasons why that my stuff could be wrong, but they all involve Nina being evil.
And nominations are open. Greg, go ahead.
Robert, also, why are you not dead in the night?
Why am I not dead in the night?
Yes.
I think I'm the soldier. No. I think that it's probably because the demon hasn't killed me.
Matthew?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Nina, is what we suspected what you think now?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Matthew, can you share your information?
Oh, me and Gray have been in a role swap the entire game. He's known what I am. So it wouldn't make sense for him to kill me if he's Nodashi. Because Naomi claimed outsider to me, so outsider or minion. I'm the fisherman. I never used. I completely held it up. Gray knew that. Gray knew that, so it would make 0 sense for Gray to kill me there.
Yeah.
Makes 0 sense.
Manny?
Manny nominates Ned.
Manny nominates Ned. State your case.
Mathematician 1 on a empath. Nobody to the left side of Ned to ping off of.
All right. Ned?
Sure. I mean, that's fine. We're running out of people, and I'm good. Get the information, but if that's what needs to be to get more information, then fine. I'm fine with it.
Relevant information. I was the dreamer, and I saw Robert as the Boom Dandy, day 1, or night 1. So,
Boom Dandy or what?
I'll keep the good roll to myself.
I mean, either way, it means that I'm not Nodashi poisoned.
All right. Majority.
Possibly.
Majority is 4. Here we go.
Certainly student Nodashi.
Matthew, it would make sense for Gray to kill you if he knew you hadn't used your ability.
But he would be getting bad information that would probably
I
help
was
evil.
suspecting I would get
3
bad
is not
info
enough.
either side. I was suspecting because I thought Chris might be evil, and I knew Naomi was an outsider.
Gray nominates Lewis.
Gray nominates Lewis. State your case.
I would like to get this empath double claim out of the way. Which, okay, now it's backed off to Pixie, but still, I'd like to see that one.
All right, Lewis.
This just tells me that I was very good at being mad, and if Blake truly is the empath, I am really bummed out that I didn't get my power. I have said multiple times today that if I am going to be killed as a demon suspect, today is like probably one of the last times that it's good to just get me out of the way so we can focus on the real candidates. However, so that's fine if town wants to go that way. However, this last town discussion has just sort of changed a lot of ideas I've had about how the game is looking. So I might be wanting to push elsewhere, but if I'm not going to argue with town if people genuinely think that I might be the demon, which honestly a bit of a surprise to me if they do. But yeah.
All right, majority is 4.
What I saw Robert as is not what he seems to be claiming. I'm not exactly sure what he's claiming, but it doesn't seem to correlate with.
What did you see, Jeff?
Well, I'll go ahead and claim my role publicly. That's fine. I'm the huntsman.
Okay.
And if that's not what you saw me as,
that's not what I saw.
Near an Odashi that isn't Manny, or you were poisoned.
No, I definitely didn't see you as huntsman. So
what did you see, Jeff?
What did you see?
Might have...
I saw him as Pixie.
And by the way, Lewis came to me our first chat of day 1 and hard claimed empath to my face, which is why I lied to you, Lewis, because I thought either he's just evil or he's the Pixie. But I told Steve the day after he died that I think Lewis is just the Pixie because I'm the empath.
Second call.
So Blake, based on your numbers, based on what's been out in town, either that makes you evil, Nina evil, or Robert evil.
I think Robert is likely the Boom Dandy.
Except for the problem is that somebody would have turned Nina if Nina's to be believed.
I don't know that I believe her.
World, that's got to be Robert.
I saw Nina on the same team, regardless. I think.
I saw Nina.
Robert, go ahead.
So I was thinking I could nominate myself because either I want to be trusted here, or if people actually think I'm the boom dandy, is this a good time for good to, like, I don't think there's a downside to get it down to 3 at this point, if that were the case. But I am either the huntsman who is clearing my 2 neighbors and pointing out that Jeff got wrong information or perhaps he's evil. Either that or Nina's absolutely evil. But the way our stuff went down, I don't think that she is. She was throwing me off when she was publicly claiming damsel afterwards. But
Jeff?
I additionally saw Nina as damsel poisoner. So like those were the 2 pieces of information that I got. So
Lewis? Good. All right, Lewis?
I'd like to nominate Gray.
Lewis nominates Gray. State your case.
I was just thinking about sort of, potential Nodashi positionings and that sort of thing. And the way I see it, out of the living players, there's sort of like, a couple of this sort of lower to upright. There's a lot of sort of confirmation or pseudo confirmation going either way that like could potentially be poisoned, could be potentially not poisoned, all of that sort of thing. Gray's isolated up there relatively, so I think it could be a good idea to get rid of Gray just as a candidate while we've still got 7 alive. If Gray's the demon, great, we win. If Gray's not the demon, then we learn a lot more and we can focus more on this sort of mess of connecting sort of confirmations and that sort of thing that's going on around this section of the Grim.
All right, Gray?
Okay. Look, if we are to trust Manny's mathematician numbers, right? Like, so it seems like the Nodashi is like occasionally poisoning or like there is something going on there, right? My neighbors were like killed without almost even using their ability, right? So like there has been like no poisoning in like my neck of the woods. I actually think that, there is like poison information along the bottom of the Grim. I don't know whether I trust this huntsman and damsel stuff. So that's fine. Okay. It's easy to get soldiers on the block. So yeah, that's fine. If you want to kill me, that's okay. But yeah, I don't think I'm the best kill.
All right. Majority is 4.
I think we missed our opportunity on Lewis and Ned. I think it's one of the 2 of them.
You'll have like tomorrow or something. My logic here is that
Nina's definitely evil.
Is that
yeah, Nina's evil.
3's not enough.
I think, but I also think Blake nominates Manny.
How is Nina evil if
nominates Manny?
Just socially in her voting, but I think, listen, I know that I'm the empath, and my number has switched every night. So either I was poisoned every other night, or I'm sitting next to a Nodashi. I am in a world where Robert's just the boom dandy. Manny, if we believe the artist, ends in a Y. And it's weird that we can give votes on Gray, but I think Manny's our best shot today, or Nina.
All right, Manny.
I mean, I think it fits. I've been trying to go through with Jeff's information. I think the Nodashi could be going on and off and being alternated by the poisoner until the poisoner died. I actually think we're in a good spot. I think we've only got the demon and maybe a marionette alive.
All right, majority is 4.
What I was saying is, how is Nina? Because Omega and Steve and myself all have information to support Nina's claim, at least.
It's
Nobody
3
wants to
is
vote.
still not enough.
Gray didn't want to vote on that.
It can't be Manny in my world.
Based
Last
on our
call.
inability to get a 4th vote, I'm starting to worry there's actually 3 evils alive.
Yeah,
just for that reason.
If there were 3 evils alive, we'd have someone on the block.
Yeah.
No, he's just a poisoner.
Unless the 3 evils are exactly Blake, Ned, and Lewis, which I don't think is true. I think Blake's just good here.
Doesn't Dreamer go after Huntsman?
Yes.
So
How did Jeff dream Nina? Damsel.
Nominate Nina.
That was the first night before the change.
Ned nominates.
No, it wasn't. No, it was the same night as Nina, or as
Right.
Omega and Steve.
All right, Ned, go ahead.
Well, firstly, if she's doubling down on the fact that I must be evil, then she has to be evil because I know I'm not. This is not, and it's pointing in that direction. Don't laugh at me. I just think it's pointing in that direction more and more. I mean, if Manny's the demon, then Jeff getting Robert as Boom Danny may or may not be true. But if she is a demon candidate and Steve is a minion, Blake would be poisoned, which would be why his number's all messed up. I don't know. There's a lot of information pointing that the whole damsel story with Robert is a little too pat.
All right, Nina.
You can get this world out of the way if that's what you need to do. I've been honest about what I was the whole time. I didn't mean to laugh, Ned. It was just like, that's kind of the point of the game, is to try to figure out where the evil is.
Oh, I know that. That's why I was just funny. But then the scoff at my comment was a little.
Does Huntsman go before Dreamer?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Let me double check.
Just to make sure.
Just to double check, because I don't ever remember. Huntsman, then Dreamer. Yeah, Dreamer would go after Huntsman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw Nina as the damsel after she was supposedly changed.
Yeah.
To the investigator.
All right. Majority is 4. Here we go.
It's leading me to think more and more, Jeff, that you were poisoned, and it is Lewis.
It either
could
makes
be
Nina evil,
like
you evil, or you overvote.
4 is enough. Nina's about to die.
I can't emphasize enough, and I know it's too late to say this now. If people genuinely thought it was me, you should have put me on the block today. Because
I didn't think it was.
I mean, I think we're taking out the poisoner, so.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to count from 10.
That's too many sources of poison, though, isn't it? Because Jeff has to be poisoned. Steve has to be poisoned.
No, Jeff
I saw Nina. I saw Nina as the poisoner.
Has been executed and dies. And Blake dies. And Robert dies.
Oh, good.
And Ned dies. We have Gray, Manny, and Lewis alive. You have 10 seconds to choose somebody.
It's got to be
starting now.
right? It has to be.
7, 5.
It has to be
3.
Manny, right?
Yeah.
It's Lewis.
It's
That's the one. The one is Jeff.
There is a tie between Manny and Lewis. So nobody dies. We would go tonight and a demon to kill. Demon, who would you like to kill tonight?
I'll kill Manny.
Manny died tonight. The game is over.
Oh my god.
I should have pushed harder when my instincts were.
And congratulations goes to the evil team.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured it out as soon as Nina died. I realized.
As soon as I conveniently realized.
I like the 10-second count a lot better than the whole minute.
Yeah, I love that.
Gray was your Nodashi. He was always an Odashi. He did get to do a barber swap when Naomi died. He swapped Robert, who had started as your Boom Dandy, and Nina, your Poisoner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Steve was your Cannibal. He was poisoned by the Nodashi, because also between Nina and Gray was Omega, the Marionette, who had the Ravenkeeper token. So Steve was both poisoned from Gray, but would have been poisoned from Omega anyway. Gray, excuse me. Gray picked Steve that night, so we woke Steve up like he had Ravenkeeper ability. He picked Nina. Obviously, we showed Damsel. Just like we showed Jeff the Dreamer Damsel to Nina. Let's see here. Manny was your Mathematician. He got mostly sober ones, except for the last night when he was poisoned by Robert. Everybody else's ability worked normally. Blake was your Empath, who half the time got true information and half the time did not. He was poisoned twice by Nina, and each time he got 0s. When he wasn't poisoned, he learned sober and healthy 2s on Robert and Nina. Lewis was your Pixie. He correctly learned Empath. Ned was your Artist. He correctly learned that a player, the demon, name, the last letter ended with a vowel, including Y. Chris was your oracle, who was poisoned after Omega died, so learned a 0 instead of 1. That was Manny's mathematician that night, mathematician 1. And Matthew was your poison fisherman, who never used his ability. Your bluffs were investigator, monk, and soldier. Now's your game of extension cord.
My suspicions did go up when you kept asking me, Gray, when are you going to use it? That was slightly.
It's a little different what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, you literally that day were like, it can't be Gray because he knew.
I knew. My suspicions were. I had suspicions, but the person I could talk to with those suspicions was Nina.
Yep.
Yeah,
Naomi. And I tried to talk him off the ledge.
I really expected Gray to swap with Nina just because Nina seemed trusted at the time. Obviously, it was a good thing that he did not.
Yeah.
They're like, no,
but Robert was definitely willing to be like putting that bug in everybody's ear that maybe Nina's just playing me, and
and then I pull it all out under them, and we get a boom Dandy win.
Yeah, I think that if Gray and I would have swapped, that day would have gone a little bit differently. I think we would have been okay with killing Gray, but
true, yeah.
Well, good job,
extension cord.
Well played.
Yeah.
Yep.
You are a dog with bone.
I called. Listen, I just didn't. I didn't know Omega was the marionette. I thought it was some other kind of evil, but I just did not believe that you were the damsel who got switched night 1 and pointing towards. I just didn't buy it. But
I didn't want to do it at all, and then I was like, okay, I guess we're doing it.
Well, it's not me. It's not Gray. It's you.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah,
I
Robert,
may
it works.
have an imprint on my face that says gullible. I may just have an imprint on my face that says gullible because I bought it line and sinker.
Last night, based on the information from other people, I shifted my evil tokens around, and Nina was just like, "Nope, it's not working." But I didn't have enough information. Yeah.
The best thing about being minions, you don't need your bluffs to last the whole game. In fact, a lot of times it's better if it doesn't. It's the distraction.
That's what I told Robert. I said, let's be a distraction.
I don't remember who said it, but somebody said that how difficult it was to get anyone to block might meant that there were 3 evils alive. I was like, well,
yeah.
Blake.
Yeah. I said that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Empath, Pixie, same thing.
Yeah. Blake and I were basically the same thing this game. Blake actually got the information that but yeah, that it just felt like a 3 evil alive day, the way we were struggling to get that 4th vote.
I just thought once we couldn't get the 4th vote on like you or Luke, like on one of the good players, I was like, well, surely someone on evil would have jumped on that and progressed us forward. But I guess not. Good job, evil.
I genuinely thought the best candidates to go for were people that we didn't get the 4 on, like me included. This was me trying to think objectively about. Like, I thought I was a good kill that day. Like, Gray was a good kill that day.
Yep.
And that we just couldn't get that 4th vote. No,
that was kind of the problem. I couldn't vote on like Ned or Manny. Then it would seem like, oh, it was really easy to get Ned or Manny on the block. So then I had to not do that. So
yeah, that's fair.
I was torn between leaving Ned or Lewis alive. Ned only because he was pointing at like the other 2. And I don't know. I went. There seemed to be more sus on Lewis, so I went that way.
Well,
I sent Sam a message and begged Sam to not kill Manny if I
was definitely leaving Manny alive.
Yeah. I think. I was
watching the stream.
Yeah, Manny, go ahead.
I think Lewis was the right choice because the Ned Demon world only really works with Ned Demon, Lewis Marionette. I don't think it works the other way around with the Pixie Claim. So.
Yeah. Lewis.
Yeah, just sort of on that. Yeah, I think I was a right call because Manny was like thinking it was me like then, so like I was a good call to keep alive. If you had kept Ned alive, like I was entertaining the world where I was the marionette and Blake was another minion, like something like that. So I would have never like voted for Ned. I would have voted for somebody else.
Makes
like
sense.
either